Chair, RB. It is a pleasure to be here at the ARM among so many colleagues and friends, speaking on behalf of SAS doctors everywhere. All of us here today, whatever our branch of practice, share a common ambition, that of standing up for and advancing the interests of doctors so that we may best serve the NHS and our patients. Hence, the concept of self-empowerment is an important one, and indeed was the central theme of this year's SAS conference. The ideal of empowerment builds on the work we as a committee have been doing over the past few years to give SAS doctors a greater voice in the NHS and showcasing the crucial role they play in our health service. I am pleased to say, RB, that there have been many encouraging examples of where we have been successful. The SAS charters, comprehensive written guidelines that set out what a SAS doctor can expect to receive from their employer, have now been adopted by many employers across the UK. These charters are making real differences to SAS doctors, and we continue to build on their success, including through the development of a toolkit designed to monitor the implementation of the charter nationwide. Determined lobbying by the association at local levels has also brought about further empowerment in the form of additional leave. Close to 50 trusts in England now offer their SAS staff 2 days additional leave. The incremental advances we have made in this important area of fairness and professional parity in the workplace are there to be seen, particularly when you consider that barely a dozen trusts had implemented these agreements just 4 years ago. We are also taking concrete steps towards reopening the associate specialist grade, with our position now recognized and endorsed by NHS providers and reflected by the DDRB. Closing the associate specialist grade has not only limited our career opportunities, but at a time when the NHS is grappling with crippling staff shortages, the logic for reviving this grade has never been more obvious. RB, we will make every endeavour to ensure that the associate specialist grade is reopened. Recognition has been a strong focus of my committee. SAS doctors are now appraisers, educational supervisors, and in leadership roles. Our guidance on autonomous working continues to be a win-win for the NHS. Doctors with appropriate skills and experience, delivering high-quality care, bringing waiting lists down, and getting the recognition they so richly deserve. This sea change in attitude and acknowledgement of SAS doctors is something that we fully intend to seize upon and press home as we continue to lobby and negotiate for the changes we and our patients need to see. Indeed, there are many challenges still. A survey carried out by SASC late last year showed that 65% of UK SAS doctors were unsure as to whether their trust had adopted the Charter. 53% were unclear on what the Charter could do for them. We must continue to champion the benefits of the Charters and ensure that we make this a firm priority over the months ahead. Unfair treatment in the workplace is unfortunately something that many SAS doctors can relate to, particularly when it comes in the corrosive guise of bullying and harassment. Our latest survey has once again painted a depressing picture, with 27% of those responding reporting having experienced bullying and harassment in the workplace during the past year. The committee and the wider BMA is committed to tackling this problem and pushing for a working environment that has zero tolerance for this kind of behavior. RB supports zero tolerance for bullying and harassment. Restrictions on the amount and availability of SAS development funding continues to be a significant source of concern, and we will continue to fight for the restoration of funds and for fairness in their distribution over the months to come. Health Education England has proposed its vision for a future NHS workforce. It is one that casually places SAS doctors at the bottom of a workforce pyramid, crudely labeling highly skilled and highly experienced SAS doctors as simply non-training, non-consultant staff. SASC and the BMA at large have made clear that this kind of dismissive categorization is unacceptable. Colleagues, we are not non-anything, and certainly not middle grades. We are SAS doctors, and proud, so very proud, to lead, to innovate, and to work with you at the heart of this great profession. At a national level, there have been plenty of achievements and challenges affecting the whole profession. The implications arising from the case of Dr. Bawa Garba has prompted ongoing debate over the responsibilities and protections given to doctors within the context of gross negligence manslaughter. While it goes without saying that all our achievements are the result of cooperative combined efforts, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to those teams and individuals who have been vital over the past year. To this end, I would like to thank the Chair of Council and the hard-working staff in Member Relations and our Policy Secretariat, as well as Jane Saisho and all those in the SASC Secretariat. I would also, of course, like to thank my deputies, Fareed, Rajesh and Ram, the chairs of the devolved nations, Beth and Carol, and the SES Committee for all their tireless support. RB, in recent weeks, we have witnessed notable victories for our profession and patients. Chief among these have been the government's decision to remove the overseas doctors from the Tier 2 cap and a pledge to dramatically increase investment into the NHS over the next 5 years from the Prime Minister. While we should celebrate these advances, we must never lose sight of the challenges that remain or allow complacency to creep in. This ARM will be the last before the UK exits the EU, and the issue of Brexit, as you have seen, remains a significant one for the NHS. If the staffing crisis is exacerbated, SES doctors will be called upon increasingly to take on even more of the workload. While we have the determination and skills to fight for our patients, fellow colleagues and NHS, we must remain wary that our expertise is not simply exploited and then conveniently overlooked. We must have the self-belief and determination to realize that we can empower each other and ourselves. Let us remain vigilant, let us remain resolved, and let us remain united in our journey. Most importantly, let us be together. We are only as strong as we are united, as weak as we are divided. Where there is unity, there is always victory. RB, I move.
Thank you, Amit.